Alright, going on, my friends. I'm Rick, and this year's seat at the table. We got little Missy sitting over there now, nosing around by the door. You just missed Fluffer. He was just in here. So, we are looking at yet another fan product. The Field Manual Crusader Clan Supplement for Clan Burrock. I think most of us agree that there's a lot of clans, especially in the early years, that we knew very little about, and it would have been nice to see much more depth. And obviously, this is a player who really enjoyed this clan. It's now a defunct clan. It's my understanding they were destroyed during the Wars of Reaving or whatever, and absorbed by the Steel Vipers or the Adders. I don't remember. So we get this this entry. So a note from the author. Since I was 10 years old, I've always had an interest in the Battletech universe. I got my first taste through a PC game called MechWarrior 2. My brother and I would play for hours on end, through the campaign and mostly through instant action. We read the entire story wanting more. So one of my birthdays, I got the opportunity to purchase the Titanium Trilogy. After installing the game, I was driven into more aspects of the Battletech universe, playing as a warrior in Class and Ghost Bear, then playing through the aftermath of the Fourth Succession War, and through the clan invasion as a small mercenary unit. It was not until I purchased Mech Commander Gold that I saw an ad for Battletech 4th Edition. I showed it to my mom. She made some phone calls and found out that at a hobby store called Leisure Hours Hobbies in Joliet, Illinois had it. We drove there and she bought me the set. Together we learned how to play. Unfortunately for me, mothers are good at winning all the time, but I still fell in love with the game. So you get the deal. So the book was a lot of work, and hope you enjoy it. This game has always been one of my passions in life, and I felt this would be a wonderful way to get back to it, other than the Clan Burrock handbook I've created, obviously, and the community enjoy. So this is from Daniel Farrow, aka the Fear Factory. So Daniel, if you're out there and anybody lets you direct you out, you did a damn good job, man. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm aficionado on a lot of stuff, and I have created a lot of stuff myself, even though I have yet to get anything out there where people. I'm slowly working my way through that. On that note, it's hard to take a book as thick as my core book alone, which is out there, this damn thick, and all the hundreds of charts and things. It takes a while to retype all that onto a digital format. They were all typed once, but the computer that they were on became inaccessible to me, and it was never stored on any media that I had, which was a failure on my part. I was best lucky to have the printed version that I have, which is another reason why I've got them scanned as a PDF now, but they're not a very good scan. So I want an actual digital version of this so I can put it on Drive-Through RPG, and y'all can either get it or ignore it, but then I'll know that I've actually accomplished something in the gaming instead of just talking about doing something. So I understand the full amount of effort, time, and the passion it takes to make something like this. So, Daniel, this is really good. Truth is, this is good enough. The only flaw in this is that there's no artwork to go with it, and I understand. It's very difficult to, unless you're graced with somebody. There's a few images, but there's just no artwork to go with it, which I get it. I understand that too. I've been fortunate last year that Steve, this fellow named Steve, is creating AI art for my newest version of Interstellar Frontiers, and so it's going to come out with some pretty vivid color images and things like that in it. Really great stuff. As a matter of fact, I don't know why, but I should probably talk to him about creating some cover art too, because my current cover art, as you can see, this was my crude attempt at creating, something to go on the damn cover, and I used the Windows limited Windows stuff I had available, and a little bit of my knowledge on what I went to college for when rendering, and made something, but I didn't have the luxury of making a lot. And so the fact that we can do that now, and I got somebody helping, he's helping motivate me by that to keep working on the project that I've been procrastinating about for about 9 years. Really have. I poked away at it and I ignored it for a year, and poked away at it and ignored it for another year, that kind of thing. But I've been at it pretty steady for the last 4 or 5 months. I suspect it'll take better part of a year just to get the core book, and then I've got 2 more books to do. just going to take a while. But anyway, so I understand the passion that goes into this. And so the clan Burrock is one of those little known clans because they didn't invade the inner sphere. They never came to the inner sphere. They were always a home clan, and they were one of the lesser home clans. And then eventually they got too involved in the Dark Caste or with the Dark Caste and drew the ire of the bigger home clans and then watched them go away. So he talks about Burrock, their home worlds, the type of creature it is. It's a subterranean burrowing species, largest native life on the planet Eden, using highly acidic mucus. The creature can dig through the earth just like Terran moles do, can even tunnel through solid rock. The Burrock tends to avoid contact with humans, and so encounters with this strange species are rare. Though not aggressive, the Burrock can defend itself quite well by spraying its mucus at opponents. The acidic secretion can cause dangerous wounds and even corrode armor. Right? So we get into the destruction of the rim worlds and the Exodus. The original clan leaders for the Burrocks were actually former Stefan Armiris troops that went from his region and went over to Karinsky's side. Then we get into the Exodus, the second Exodus, the battles of Eden, or the early clan invasions of their own places. Talk about some blood feuds. Clan Burrock started to focus much more of its clan blood spirit after they criticized the Ilchan program initially. All right, so we understand who some of their foes are and their most hated clan opponents. Dire situations. They talk about the golden centuries, lots of technical advantages. Clan Burrock was appointed ill clan among the clans, etc., etc. So the Tantanite worlds, time for invasion. There's so much good information there. I don't want to bog down and have an hour-long video on it, which is I might want to do at some point and come back maybe. If enough people want to see this, I might do that, go a little bit more deeper into it. What I was going to say there, Daniel, if you have this on digital disc, if you do, it would be real easy to revise this and add art. You can get free art off the internet now, lots of really good stuff. Those AI programs, if you have anybody who knows how to use them or you're familiar with them yourself, you can make some pretty clever stuff free, right? Just make sure to give credit to whoever the artist, whoever helps you create that stuff or provides it, if you can. But we get into some more deeper views on the clan itself, its own fictions, its allies, enemies, possessions, its totem, its military forces, its philosophy on social and military endeavors. Just a little bit stuffy in here, my time, but like I said, once again, I'm crying again, of course. I got home about 3 o'clock in the morning this morning, going closer to 4 maybe. I got to bed by 4, and then I got back up here about 10:30. So when I get done doing some videos, I'm laying back down taking a nap. Just saying, it's a little afternoon right now. So we see all the organizations, the interactions of all the other clans up until the time before they were all destroyed, structures of society, fielding. So he's basically taken a very tiny page-and-a-half entry in one of the core books, the older core books from FASA, that introduced all the clans and expanded on that to a full-on his version of the clan Burrock's information. And if you just added a half dozen pictures, images, this book would be stellar. There's no reason that you couldn't submit this material to a Catalyst. I'm just being honest, Daniel. You can get some artwork in there, even without it. I don't know if you have or not, but you might rethink about it. Hey, Catalyst, if you ever run across this video, this something's worth. You could put it out there, as a free supplement on your website. You got a lot of that sort of stuff, or you could set it up and sell it very marginally as on a small end. But this is the sort of thing a lot of fans are hungry for. We want to see more depth in our factions. We would like to see many of our favorite factions that are underplayed in the grand scheme of the Battletech universe see some love, if you want. And this is the kind of love you want to see. This is like the Operation Lancaster. This is nowhere near as extensive as that, but the passion and the love for it is there. It's concise, it reads very easily, and it's very informative, and it really gives you a really good view into a very little known clan, which is now defunct by my understanding. So, right? And we got our blood names, other names, Then we got the Clan Burrock Toma Circa 3058, and the Warship Command, the Command Keyship, the Iron Spine, the Clan Burrock abilities, Alpha Galaxy, the Burning Acid, breaks it down by clusters. Alright. Data Galaxy, the Blood Hunters, Gamma Galaxy, the Harvesters of Sorrow. Alright. Epsilon Galaxy, no name, no moniker for Iota Galaxy, which means they're secondary, somewhat secondary forces, and that's usually an indication that. So you have that, and of course he's got a few entries back here for clan favored mechs and machinery, which is always nice. So, right, we have the Clan Burrock Hornet 2C, the Clan Burrock Sentinel 2C, the Clan Burrock Praetorian Light Tank, and the Clan Burrock's Fighter, the Glass Banshee, status all discontinued. Right, so we see their version of the Hornet, one ER large laser, one flamer, and one LRM-5. It's 20 tons. Let's see, movement is 54 kph, max speed 86, has 5 standard jump, so jump distance is 5. Yeah, nice, right? Here's the Sentinel 2C. And we have the Praetorian Light Tank, Glass Banshee. So, like I said, man, this is some great work, and I know the passion and the love that takes to want you to even start a project like this. And if nothing else, you know, like I said, Daniel, if you haven't tried to talk to, you know, Catalyst, send it to them for free. Catalyst guys, if you see this, it's worth looking at least. If it's not your material, that's fine. But seriously, Daniel, I really truly believe you come back and put some artwork in it, kind of poof it up just a little bit, give it a little fluff. You got a bomb here. You got a you know, I wouldn't say a rival to like a fan fiction like Operation Lancaster by any means, but still, yeah, you're in that category. This is some good stuff, and thank you for sharing it with your people, because now it's out there on the internet. You know, it came to me. I'm sharing it with you and a whole lot of other folks. Hundreds of people will see this video over the next, you know, years. Till next time, I'm Rick. Missy's over here in the window. You have yourself a great weekend.
It just irritates me to no end.